Okay, this is the way you can use the magic revealer tool in ActivInspire. This is just an example from one of my lessons. We're playing higher or lower, you know, play your cards right. And I showed them the audience figure from 1947, how many cinema tickets, and they had to guess, was it higher or lower? And of course they might have said higher, but in fact it was lower. But you see what's happening here is that this little window is actually removing my Union Jack and replacing it with the right answer. This is really clever. But here's another little clever bit, and I'll show you how to do it in a different tutorial, how maybe you might want to do it as a scratch card and scratch it out, which is always really fun. They love using the interactive pen to scratch it out with. There you go. So, and when that's done, but what about when you save it at the end of the lesson? Well, you can use this little button to reset back to the beginning. So, how do we do it? Well, it all depends on the layers, and I'm just going to go down to one. And we've got the elements. We've basically got our little window. We've got our Union Jack. We've got our square, and we've got our figure. And it all depends on what layer you're using them. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it right back to basics. I'm going to delete. I'm going to leave the text. And I'm going to take the element, which is our Union Jack. So that's all we have right now. That's all we have. So I'm going to maybe make a blue rectangle here. And I'm pretty much going to make it so that it can sit. So I mean, like that would be useless really because it's too big. So I'm going to make it just about the right size. There we go. Great. And then I know, oh look, I can't put my text on top of it. Why is that? Well, it's all to do with the layers, and I'll come to that in just a minute. But one of the other things I want to do is I want to create my little window. So let's do one with, let's keep the blue border, but let's have no fill. I want no fill whatsoever. And here we go. Tell you what, let's make the border a little thicker than that. It's always good to have something that you can grab hold of, as it were. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to make it even thicker than that, I think. Just a little bit of trial and error, really, here with this. There you go. I have to turn on the right layer, of course. That's okay, actually. That's fine too. As long as it's sort of bigger than this, as long as it could sit around this. There we go. Because you want the window to eliminate the other window, as it were. But look, now you see it's all to do with the layer. So that's basically how I've created them. But as you can see, this really is the background. So we want that to sort of distinguish so we can read the text. So we need to move the text up. Now there's two ways you can do this. There's this way, which is here. You've got bring forward and send to back. Fairly common. I'm going to bring it forward. You can keep clicking that and you can click it forevermore until it appears. But the difficulty with this is you don't quite know if it's ever on the right layer. So here's the easiest way to do it. It's to take this, to go to the object browser, find that image, which is text 13. Now I'm going to double click it because I'm going to call it 1635 meters because that's what we're doing. You don't have to do this. And as you can see, it says it's on the middle layer. Okay. Our text shape, right, is here. Shape 24. I might call this blue filled rectangle. Again, you don't have to do this. It's just that I want to know where everything is. Okay. So here's my blue filled rectangle. Here is the figure. And just to prevent any sort of movement so that it's not being moved accidentally or, you know, everything's good, I would perhaps lock this layer into place. Locked. Take that, and I'm going to lock that too. Locked. Great, now that will not move. No matter what you do, that will not move. Next, I'm going to move my image 6 over here. I'm going to call, instead of calling it image 6, I'm going to call it Union Jack. Now look at where the Union Jack is. It's on the top layer. Okay, it's on the top layer. But should it be on the top layer? That's the question. See? Yes, it should. Top layer. See? Top layer. Good. Now that this is on the top layer, the magic revealer, look, oh look, it won't do anything. And look, it doesn't even look like it's on the same layer. That could be a problem. So we're going to go to Object Browser. And we're going to move this shape up to the top layer. But we're going to move it above Union Jack. So that we now know, see, it's sitting on top of it. That's very important that I'm going to call it my window. That my window is above my Union Jack. Okay? Just like that. Awesome. Now, we're going to use this tool here, Magic Ink. Click on that, and we're going to rub out, ta-da, so that this box reveals it. But look, I mean, come on. Look, all these jagged edges, that doesn't look very good. Well, you know why? It's because the Magic Revealer is on top of the layer. So look, it's on the top layer. And it's almost created a little, see, look, if we bring this down, it's created a little layer of its own. So just simply bring it below the window. But here's the funny thing. If you move this, oh look, it's still not revealed it. Something's not quite right. Yes, something isn't quite right. You need to group the two together. You need to tell the Magic Ink layer to like connect, if you want, with the window layer. So by holding down Shift, you can select the two layers. And here is a button called Grouped. See that? Grouped, right there. Now the two layers, window and pen 18, are linked together. And now, ta-da! See? They'll move. This is great. Love that. And that's basically it. Just like that. Now, what about this reset button? Well, the reset button is in here. If you go to Action Browser and drag and drop, set it how you want it. So I want it like this. What I might do is I might, just so it doesn't confuse it, I might delete that. Take your reset button. There it is, reset page. Put it up there. Now, that, when you click the next thing you've got to do is, once it's all set up, so once it's set to the beginning of the game, if you like, you can go File and Save. Lovely. And then once you've saved it, this, when you click it, will always return it to the point where it was saved, but just that page. And that is how to do it. See? Easy.